Okay. Sit in a comfortable pose. Don't close your eyes. And know your body at the present moment. Is there a translation?
지금 안 들리시는 것 같아요.
아니, 하는데.
통역사님이 하시는데 저희한테 들리질 않아요. 말이 안 들리지? 통역사님 말씀 좀 해주세요. 안 들려. 아까 들렸는데. 갑자기 왜 안 들리지? 그럼 현미님 걸 꺼놓을까요? 네, 꺼주세요. 현미님 거. 혹시 저한테. 통역사님 한번 다시 말씀 좀 해주세요. 네, 잘 들립니다. 네.
So just sit normally and know normally. The meditation starts at the present moment when you start knowing. Know here and now. Now means at this moment, and here means your body. Although we are still looking and hearing, but we are knowing this body. We are staying with ourselves. And keep such knowing continuously. In order to know continuously, we need to know in a humble way. And this is the most important step in the meditation, that is to adjust our attitude. The attitude actually is embedded in the self-identity. So, what do you regard yourself in the meditation? Are you a manager or just a humble knower? A manager always try to control, try to manipulate everything. But a humble knower is just to know. And also we need to respect this body and mind. They are not belong to us. They are the nature. And no matter how it feels at this moment, whether it's comfortable or not comfortable, just know it and respect it. Even there are a lot of thoughts, or even you may feel sleepy, just know the thoughts or the feelings. Because they are the reality of this body and mind at this moment. Respect the reality. Be humble to the reality. We are not to change everything. We are not to control them. Just know. If there are thoughts, just know there are thoughts. If there are uncomfortable feelings in the body, just know there are these feelings. And actually, we can simply allow everything to be themselves. And such knowing has no enemies.
그렇게
And if there are no other disturbance, we just stay with the breathing. And at this stage, breathing is the wave of the body. It is the movement of the body. When you know this body, you know breathing. We don't need to have a clear or deep knowing, but just make it continuous. To know continuously in a humble way. It is better to practice the continuous awareness with your eyes open at the beginning. Because there will be less disturbance from the thoughts. And knowing the breathing should not be closed, should not be kind of refusing all the other objects. When there are some more obvious object comes, just know that object, and that's fine. And when that object passes away, then you come back to the breathing. The most important is to keep your awareness always here and now.
들리냐고.
통역이 안 들리는데요.
안 들려요.
안 들려요. 예.
Just know the present moment. So even there may be a lot of disturbance from outside, we can still know the present. I think maybe Yumi, can you translate?
아니 그 더보기란에서 통역 들어가가지고 그걸 다시 바꿔보세요, 통역사님. 그 밑에 더보기를 누르고 그 통역에서 지금 들려요. 이제 들려요. 이제 됩니다.
Okay. So actually, when our mind is open to the here and now, nothing can disturb the mind. a open awareness. It cannot be disturbed. And we use the breathing as the object. It doesn't mean that we lock ourselves into this object. The object is to remind us the present moment. So even when there are some external disturbance, all these disturbances are also reminding us the present moment. So this is the profound quality of open awareness. You can still keep your mind stable, but your awareness is open to everything. Because the mind is not attached to everything, so nothing can move this mind. So this is what I mean to stay with yourself. When your mind is always here and now, then whatever you know doesn't matter. The breathing is present, the sound is present, and the feelings from sensations are present. So keep your mind in such open awareness continuously. And then such awareness will become natural and self. They can maintain themselves. It becomes effortless. And this is the natural awareness. So that's why I said it's better to practice it with your eyes open. And then you'll be more applicable in our daily life. So you can keep your eyes open until your awareness becomes effortlessly continuous. Then now we can close the eyes. After close your eyes, just be aware of yourself. What is the most obvious at this moment? If there are a lot of thoughts in the brain, then you just look into the brain. If there are no specially obvious objects other than breathing, then just stay with the breathing. Now relax your eyes. And feel your eyes and the brain as a whole. Feel its agitation or tiredness. Just face it directly and be aware of the present moment. If you feel the tiredness in the brain, just feel it directly, face it, and don't do anything. Actually, agitation is continuous by you. It's you yourself continuing the agitation. So when you find this, you can relax it. And just feel your brain directly. There are no enemies. When the mind has no enemies, then it's kind to everything. Including the tiredness or the agitation in the brain. Keep such kind awareness, stay with the brain. And relax your brain together with the out breath. But don't make such relaxation as kind of request. It is just a kind invitation. Don't be too controlling. No one will be relaxed when they are being controlled too much. So that's the same for the brain. Relax and release all the tension in the brain. You can tell your brain, now you can have a sleep in the breathing. You don't need to work now. Just take rest. And our awareness be just like a mother taking care of the sleeping baby. Okay, you can allow the brain to sleep, but you are still knowing. Just let it be like this. And don't disturb it. Normally, everyone will have a lot of tiredness in the brain after one day's work. So you can simply allow your brain to rest before before we go into a deep meditation. To feel the tiredness deep in the brain. Allow them to show themselves, to be released. If your mind is not attached, then you can even feel the present moment in the feeling of tiredness. You just simply know that now the brain is tired, is tired, is tired. And you are still awake, you're still mindful. And even you don't do anything, such feeling of tiredness will pass away. Just feel deep into the feeling of tiredness. Don't be afraid. And actually, and then your brain is resting. And it will recover very soon. And there are cause agitation and also subtle agitation. The cause agitation is the wandering thoughts. The subtle agitation is the feeling of wavering, a vibration in the brain. And, and only when you are aware of the agitation or tension, then you can relax it. So in order to relax your brain deeply, you need to feel deeply. The more subtle you feel, the more subtle you relax. Actually, it's just right in front of you. You can see it. It's just like a vision in the area of your head. It's an inner screen in your brain. Feel the vibration on the screen. And then you can relax it. And breathe out, settle down all these vibrations. And make sure you're still having a kind attitude, kind awareness. The tiredness of the brain is not a fault. And we need to have loving kindness to it. So every out breath is a kind invitation to the brain to relax. And send your invitation deep into the tension in your brain. Be kind to the tension. Don't repress it. Don't be afraid of it. It's not our enemy. Remember the word ease in. Ease yourself deep into it. Who needs to be eased in. And the tension is wherever you feel the tension, then there is where we need to ease in. So if you feel the tension in your brain, somewhere in your brain, then you just ease yourself deep into it. Stay in it, breathe in it. No fear, no refuse. And if the tiredness is a result of lack of energy, then when you stay deep in it, you try to breathe in. Take a deep breath in and slowly, deeply. And can imagine the energy just like water slowly seeping into the brain. And flow to the area that is most tired, most lack of energy. Or you can imagine your brain is just like a piece of foam. Dive in the water, and more you relax, more water will come in. Relax and breathe in the water. Breathe in the energy of nature. You don't need to suck in with force, but just relax and open your boundary. Open your boundary and breathe in the energy. If the body need to have more energy, then it will lengthen the in-breath itself. And just let it be. This method will be very powerful in the case when your brain is so tired. And just imagine the form in the water. Breathing like this will recharge your energy. And you feel your brain becomes bright and clear. It is peaceful but bright and clear. And then you can dive yourself into this feeling of clear and bright. Now you can forget your body, forget your brain, and only the feeling left. Now the breathing becomes a wave of feeling. It is just a feeling of wavering of this clarity and brightness. You don't need to go back to your nose to feel the breathing. Just feel the wave. And that is the breathing at the feeling level. Completely forget your body. And feel yourself into this wavering clarity and brightness. Enjoy every breath. Enjoy every moment. When the energy is full, then it will change into joy. If you still can't feel the joy, then you need to recharge more energy. Just breathe in like a foam in the ocean. And you can do this kind of breathing with a smiling heart. and enjoy every breath. Be grateful to every breath. When the joy becomes more obvious, then you can fuse into the joy. And your location of center of your awareness will naturally move to the heart chakra. Because this is where the feeling of joy happens. Breathe in, feel the joy. Breathe out, feel the joy. Like a fawn breathe in the ocean. In the ocean of joy. nature has abundance of energy. It's energy of light, energy of love everywhere. Now we just need to open the boundary and accept them. Dive into it and breathe in it. And the more you can relax and open yourself, and the more you can gain from nature. And when the heart chakra is full and balanced, then it becomes peaceful. Just feel into the peacefulness. Settle deep into it. And when your mind is wandering for a sense of well-settledness, then you will sink down into the lower abdomen. Just like a form sinking deep into the ocean. Here is full of stability and serenity. Feels into it and breathe in it. And now the breathing is the wavering serenity. The deeper you dwell into it, and the more subtle the breathing will be. settle down all the subtle agitation in the body. The lower abdomen is the center of the bodily energy. When the bodily energy is settled, then even the breath and heartbeat can stop. And you can feel the breathing and the heartbeat are the burden of the body. And don't try to stop your breathing. And just let it be natural. But change your perspective to see breathing is a burden. And let the mind be willing to stay in a deeper peace without breath. Remember, it's not to intentionally stop your breathing. And just allow your breathing to flow naturally. But let the mind to wonder, to look forward to a more relaxed breath. And now let us transfer the merit. May this merit worship the Buddha in our mind. May this mind grow in all goodness. Grow on the path of enlightenment. And may all sentient beings can share this merit. May they all can grow in all goodness. Grow in the right path of enlightenment. Practice more and learn to use the in-breath and out-breath.
우리는 호흡을 들이쉬고 내쉬는 것을 통해서 배울 수 있습니다.
In the past, I usually only teach the out-breath.
과거에는 주로 내쉬는 호흡을 통해서 많은 것을 가르쳤습니다.
Naturally, out-breath is more connected to relaxation.
본래적으로 내쉬는 호흡은 이완과 연결되어 있습니다.
So we must start from the out-breath.
그래서 우리는 내쉬는 호흡부터 시작하는 것이 좋습니다.
In order to relax, we need to identify the tension first.
이완하기 위해서 그리고 우리가 긴장을 먼저 확인하기 위해서도 그렇습니다.
If you can identify the tension in your brain, then when you are facing it, breathe out, relax.
당신이 뇌에 있는 긴장을 확인할 수 있다면 당신은 그것을 내쉬는 호흡을 통해서 이완할 수 있습니다.
Remember, relaxation is not an action.
이완이라고 하는 것은 어떤 행위가 아니라는 점을 기억해야 합니다.
It's kind of de-action.
그것은
D-E and plus action.
그
De-action.
행위를 감소하는 것입니다. 줄이는 것입니다.
So in order to de-action, you need to identify the action.
당신이 행위를 줄이기 위해서는 행위가 무엇인지를 확인해야 합니다.
Tension is kind of action.
긴장이라는 것이 일종의 행위입니다.
Thinking is kind of action.
생각하는 것도 일종의 행위입니다.
And even the agitation, the vibration in the brain is also kind of action.
흥분이라든지 뇌의 떨림 같은 것도 일종의 행위 같은 것입니다.
When you can identify the action, then you can deactivate it.
당신이 이런 행위들을 확인할 수 있어야지 그 행위들을 줄일 수 있습니다.
And this is This is the relaxation.
이것이 바로 이완입니다.
And by doing this, it's better to combine with the out breath.
이렇게 하는 것을 내쉬는 호흡과 함께 결합하는 것이 좋습니다.
Just like when we want to relax the body, usually people will breathe out.
우리가 일반적으로 몸을 이완하고자 할 때 우리가 호흡을 내쉬는 것과 마찬가지입니다.
Breathe out and feel the relaxation, feel uh, the melting of the tension.
우리가 호흡을 내쉬면서 이완을 느끼고 그 긴장이 녹아내리는 것을 느낍니다.
And this is the technique of relaxation.
이것이 이완을 하는 기술입니다.
Try to master the out breath, exhalation.
호흡을 내쉬면서 그 내쉬는 호흡에 어떤 경지를 가진 사람이 되세요.
Then you can master relaxation.
그러면 당신은 날숨의 어떤 뭐죠? 마스터가 될 것입니다. 장인이 될 것입니다.
And the more we can relax, the more we can feel the tiredness in this body and mind.
당신이 더 많이 이완할수록 당신은 이 몸과 마음의 피곤함을 더 많이 느끼게 됩니다. 발견할 수 있습니다.
When you are agitated, you can't feel that you are tired.
당신이 흥분하고 있다면 당신은 피곤하다는 사실을 느낄 수 있게 됩니다.
And when you can feel the tiredness, this is good.
당신이 피로함을 느꼈다면 그것은 아주 좋은 것입니다.
Because this is the reality of your body and mind.
왜냐하면 그것이 당신의 몸과 마음의 실제이기 때문입니다.
Usually we are repressing all this tiredness in this body and mind with agitation.
우리는 보통 흥분된 상태에서 이런 몸과 마음의 피곤함을 억누르고 있습니다.
With the excitement from the senses.
어떤 감각적 흥분을 가지고 이것을 억누르고 있습니다.
And when you can deactivate the agitation, then you can feel the repressed tiredness.
당신이 이것을 비활성화시키려면 피곤을 억누르고 있다는 사실부터 느껴야 합니다.
And when you can do this, then it's time to use the out breath, the inhalation.
당신이 이것을 할 수 있다면 당신은 내쉬는 호흡을 통해서 그것을 해야 합니다.
So you let yourself be most tired and mostly relaxed.
당신이 가장 피곤할 때 당신은 가장 많이 이완할 수 있습니다.
Completely relaxed like a foam.
그런 형태로 완전히 이완할 수 있습니다.
And open your boundary. There's no boundary between you and nature.
당신의 경계를 허물어 버리시고 당신과 자연 사이에 어떤 것도 존재하지 않도록 합니다.
And actually, the nature has infinite energy.
왜냐하면 자연은 무한한 에너지를 가지고 있기 때문입니다.
We call this the elements.
우리는 이것을 에너먼스,
Elements.
요소라고 부릅니다.
Yes.
네.
There are 6 kinds of elements,
6가지의 요소로 부르고 있습니다.
including consciousness.
그것은 의식을 포함하고 있습니다.
So actually, the 6 elements means material and conscious energies.
이 6가지 요소는 물질과 의식과 에너지를 뜻합니다.
They are everywhere.
그것은 모든 곳에 있습니다.
And it's because of the boundary of ego, boundary of self, blocks them.
우리의 자아 그리고 그 나에 대한 그런 경계가 그 에너지들을 가로막고 있습니다.
And make sure that you are completely relaxed with no boundary. Then breathe in.
확실하게 그런 그 완전히 이완하시고 어떤 경계가 없도록 하면서 호흡을 들이쉬세요.
And you can bring the energy to where you need most.
그러면 당신은 가장 당신이 필요로 한 그 에너지를 가져올 수 있습니다.
For example, if you feel that your brain is the most tired place, then you can bring your breath to your brain.
예를 들자면 당신이 뇌가 가장 피곤할 때 뇌에게 그 에너지를 가져오도록 할 수 있습니다. 호흡을 통해서.
Okay, can you hear me?
아, 잘
Okay.
들리시나요? 네.
The location that you feel most tired in your brain, just go deep into it.
당신의 뇌에서 가장 피곤한 어떤 장소에서 깊이 들어가 보세요.
Or if you feel that your heart chakra is tired, you can't feel any happiness or joy, then you can breathe in, bring the energy of love deep into it.
당신의 하트 차크라에서도 당신이 가장 피곤하게 느껴지는 부분에서 기쁨과 평화를 느끼면서 깊이 들어가세요.
Remember the breathing. The breath is not from your nose.
호흡은 당신의 코끝에 있는 코끝으로부터 오는 것이 아니라는 점을 기억하세요.
On the stage of feeling, the breathing happens at the chakras.
느낌의 차원에서는 그 호흡은 하트 차크라에 있습니다.
So it's the heart chakra breathing in.
왜냐하면 그 하트 차크라가 호흡을 들이쉬기 때문입니다.
The more you can relax it, and the more it can breathe in.
당신이 더 많이 이완할수록 당신은 더 많이 호흡을 들이쉬게 됩니다.
Make sure that you are using such feeling to direct your breathing.
당신은 그 느낌을 당신의 호흡에서 직접적으로 느낄 수 있다는 점을 확실하게 이해하세요.
And if you can do this, then you feel a sense of the cooling sense, cooling sense spread from the the tip of your heart. I mean the physical heart.
이렇게 느끼게 되면 당신은 시원한 감각이 당신의 이제 이 물리적인 심장에서 느껴질 것입니다.
You can try to practice, try to feel it.
당신은 이렇게 한번 훈련해 보시고 이것을 한번 느껴보세요.
And even it can be used in the dantian area.
단틴 에리어.
Dantian in the lower abdomen, the sacral chakra.
그러면 당신은 그 아랫배 이 차크라에서 그것을 느껴볼 수
It's a
있습니다.
chakra at your belly button.
가장 아래쪽에 있는 차크라 단전을 말씀하시는 것 같아요.
So if you feel the tiredness or the state of in lack of energy in it, then breathe in, bring the energy into it.
당신이 피곤하다고 느낀다면 이곳에서 호흡을 들이쉬면서 에너지를 가져옵니다.
And remember to breathe like form.
그 호흡이 일정한 어떤 형태를 가지고 있다는 것을 기억하세요.
So just like form, breathing in deep in the ocean.
그 형태는 거대한 바다 속에 깊이 무엇인가를 들이쉬는 것과 같습니다.
Then you can recharge energy very fast.
그러면 당신은 굉장히 빠르게 에너지가 충전되는 것을 충전할 수 있습니다.
And this is the use of in-breath.
이것은 들이쉬는 호흡을 사용하는 것입니다.
So just try to master both in-breath and out-breath.
그래서 당신은 내쉬는 호흡과 들이쉬는 호흡의 어떤 마스터 장인이 되어야 합니다.
And you can master meditation.
그러면 당신은 명상의 어떤 주인공 장인이 될 수 있습니다.
And you can meditate even when you are most in the time of most tired.
그러면 당신이 가장 피곤할 때도 당신은 명상을 할 수 있습니다.
Even when you're very sleepy, you can use this method.
당신이 엄청나게 졸릴 때조차도 당신은 이 방법을 사용할 수 있습니다.
Okay. Do you understand?
이해하셨나요?
Or can you do that?
당신들은 그렇게 하실 수 있습니까?
Who can do it? Raise your hand.
자, 그렇게 할 수 있는 사람은 손 들어 보세요.
No one? One.
아무도
은채.
없는. 은채님 한 사람 손 들었습니다.
Yeah. I hope I can express it in a clear way. And you just try to do it accordingly.
당신이 그렇게 잘 따라서 하기를 바랍니다.
And then meditation will become an enjoyment in your life.
그렇게 되면 명상은 당신의 삶에서 하나의 즐거움이 될 것입니다.
Okay. Any question?
질문 있으신가요? 제가 영어로 말을 못하니까 통역사님이나 류 박사님이 이제 조금 도와주세요.
I want to ask for clarification.
Ah.
Isn't there only 5 kinds of elements according to the sutta?
6. Yeah, in the sutra, 6.
6? Isn't there like earth, wind, fire, water, and then space?
Space and consciousness.
Okay, I see. Okay. Another thing is like you said, breathe into your heart chakra area, but I feel like that part of my body is always like kind of shaking.
Just let it shake.
Like
You just allow it to be anything, to be whatever it is. But you make sure you are just completely relax, release.
Okay.
Mm.
And then breathe in, you mean You
Yeah.
breathe into that area.
Breathing just like the form breathe in the ocean of love. If you are in lack of love energy in the heart chakra, then you can breathe in more.
Okay. Okay,
Ah.
try that.
Mm.
Thanks.
Ajahn, I have one question.
그래,
You
Sorry,
괜찮아요?
just let the translation first.
okay?
제가 좀 뭐 간단하게만 얘기하면 처음에 이제 5가지 요소에 대해서 말씀하신 거냐 이렇게 질문하셨는데 아까 말씀하실 때는 6가지 요소를 말씀하셨고 이건 물불 이런 게 아니고 의식하고 뭐 물리적인 거 하고 하나 뭐였죠? 그렇게 그거를 얘기하는 거다 이렇게 짧게 질의응답을 하셨고 그다음에 이제 그 뭐가 에너지가 부족할 때 마음의 사랑이라든지 이런 게 부족할 때는 들이쉬는 호흡에 더 많이 아까 말씀하신 내쉴 때는 이완하고 들이쉴 때는 이제 에너지를 충전하고 이렇게 하라고 말씀을 하셔서 들이쉬는 호흡을 더 많이 이제 잘 다루는 게 필요하다. 이렇게 말씀을 하신 것 같아요.
Mm. And before yeah, before I don't teach the inhalation because we need to do this only after we can completely relaxed.
들이쉬는 호흡을 하기 전에 우리는 완전히 내쉬는 호흡을 통해서 이완하는 것이 필요합니다.
If you start to use this method at the beginning, then you can't do it.
당신이 시작할 때, 이 방법을 먼저 하고 난 다음에, 그 다음에 이제 들이쉬는 호흡을 통해서 에너지를 충전하는 것을 할 수 있습니다.
So make sure you are completely relaxed with the out breath, and then you can use in breath.
당신은 내쉬는 호흡을 통해서 확실하게 이완을 하고 난 다음에 들이쉬는 호흡을 사용할 수 있습니다.
And the recharge of energy is actually happening much faster than you think.
그렇게 하면 당신이 재충전하는 것이 생각보다 더 빨리 일어나게 됩니다.
The more you are willing to open, and the more, the faster you can be recharged.
당신이 더 많이 열려고 하면 할수록 당신은 더 빨리 재충전될 것입니다.
When the energy is recharged, then your brain will be bright. Your heart chakra will be joyful.
당신의 에너지가 충전되면 뇌는 밝아지고 당신의 가슴 차크라는 즐거워질 것입니다.
And your body will be comfortable and stable.
그리고 당신의 몸은 편안하고 더 안정되게 될 것입니다.
Then this body and mind now is balanced and ready to enter the jhana.
그러면 당신의 몸과 마음은 더 균형 잡히게 되고 이제 선정으로 들어갈 수 있게 됩니다.
Okay, so next one, Chu SH.
Yeah, with me, Ajahn.
Yeah.
I have one question. When I truly relax, I can feel that body relax and the joy arise.
Yeah.
I always tell myself that nothing is permanent. So, and I realize that the joy is also gone when the thought of impermanence.
Yeah, don't refuse the joy. The impermanence is just kind of understanding, but not a kind of refuse. We don't need to refuse the joy. You can allow this body and mind to enjoy, but you are not attached.
I see. Just enjoy, but don't attach to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
폭력하자면 이제 몸을 완전히 이완하고 기쁨을 느끼게 되는데 이게 영원하지 않다라는 생각을 한다 이렇게 말씀을 하신 것 같아요. 그랬더니 아잔류 스님께서 그 기쁨을 거부하지는 마라. 그거를 충분히 즐기고 그것을 이제 그냥 수용하다 보면은 자연스럽게 이제 그 다음에 뭐 단계로 나갈 것이다 이렇게 말씀을 하셨어요. 그래서 억지로 그거를 거부할 필요는 없다. 즐겨라. 이렇게 말씀하셨습니다.
Okay, and the next one has no name. iPhone. Who is it?
Is it me?
Yeah, your
Okay.
iPhone.
Oh, I thought I changed my name, but I think it's re-changed back to iPhone.
Okay.
Okay. My question is, in order for me to concentrate, I need to be spiritually trained. So I have to meditate, and I can't like let my emotions flow up and down when I want to concentrate. But like if I see other people who especially lead a non-spiritual life, like for example, like they do whatever they want in their life, and then they still they still be able to succeed in their job or professions.
Okay. Okay,
And
I
my
understand.
yeah
I
so my
understand.
question
I understand. Okay. Now,
yeah
remember, it's not something from the external that make you cannot concentrate. It's your own 5 hindrances. It's because of your aversion to the external that makes you cannot concentrate. It's because of your agitation in the brain that makes you can't concentrate. So we only need to settle the 5 hindrances. It's not to be done by controlling. You cannot control your brain to stop thinking, cannot control your heart to stop feeling. If you do this, it's just kind of repression. And repression is out of aversion. You cannot enter the jhana by this method. You need to release all the tension inside and remember they are not your enemy. So and then the body and mind can rebalance, and the 5 hindrances disappear. So
yeah.
in this stage, even you don't want to concentrate, the mind is one all the time.
Yes, but my question was that like I have to be spiritually trained to concentrate, but some people
This is the spiritual training.
yeah, but it's great. But it's great for me. But the problem is, if I compare myself with other people, some people who just live their lives in an evil way, they are still able to concentrate in what's happening.
It's their problem, not your problem.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we can only solve our problem. The spiritual practice can only solve our own problem, but you can't solve other people's problem.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to solve other people's problem, you need to teach them to practice themselves. You cannot practice them, but they practice themselves.
Okay, so what you're saying is that everything I can do is just to make them practice, and that's all. I can't think about what's actually happening inside their mind.
Yeah. If you are influenced by other people's emotions, that means your practice is not good enough, not enough.
Okay, I'll translate. 그러니까 제가 뭐라고 했냐면 이제 저는 이제 그 영적으로 굉장히 트레이닝이 잘 돼 있어야 집중도 되고 이렇게 자기 일을 할 수 있는데 상당히 이제 사악하게 살아가는 사람들도 집중을 잘하는 것 같다. 라고 했더니 아자님과 그거는 우리의 수행의 목적이 아니기 때문에 다른 사람들이 수행을 어떻게 사는지에 대해서 별로 관심 안 가지는 게 좋다. 그리고 이제 그런 것들이 계속 나한테 영향을 준다는 것 자체가 이제 내 수행이 좀 부족한 거다라고 하셨어요.
Okay, so this one, David.
Yeah, John.
Yes.
My question is like, how relaxed do you have to be to feel the chi in your dantian? I've been practicing, but I don't feel anything.
So just practice to relax until you can feel the qi, and that's the level to be enough.
So it's almost like at the level of access concentration. Are you talking about? Like,
So as I said, relaxation is kind of the action. You can't do the relaxation. Don't try to control yourself to relax, but to deactivate all the actions in this body and mind. Then relaxation.
that means like getting rid of your 5 hindrances, isn't it?
Yes.
Almost getting rid of all of it. I've got problems in my head, so I have to get. It's hard. Very hard.
Yeah,
Almost
but before you can deactivate something, you need to identify the action.
Okay.
And don't think that all these actions or disturbance are your enemies. You need to be neutral, or even you can be kind to them. Then you can relax them.
Okay. What does it feel like when there's energy in the dantian? How do you know there's energy?
So don't think there's kind of the qi is something like air or something can flow from here to there like this, but it's just a kind of feeling. It's a feeling that is that without form. So when you completely forget the form of the body, only the feeling exists. That is qi. That is a qi.
Okay, thank you.
The important point is to forget the body.
Yeah,
okay.
to relax. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I tried. Yeah, very hard.
Because qi or energy has the good energy and bad energy. Everything is energy, actually. All feelings are energy. And there are good feelings and bad feelings, right? So the peacefulness is a good feeling. So you can also understand it's kind of good energy. And agitation or aversion, these are the bad energy. So when you can pacify the body and mind, settle down the 5 hindrances, and there is only the clarity, brightness, joy, and peacefulness in this body and mind. So this is a good energy mode. You can completely fuse into this feeling and forget the form of the body. There's no body exists in the feeling. It's only the feeling.
That's almost like getting to absorption, like almost.
Yes, absorption.
Jhana. You're talking about jhana?
Yes.
Okay, you're talking about jhana.
Jhana is using is using the feeling as the meditation object. So it must go beyond the body. Go beyond the form of the body, the shape of the body. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Translation.
정확하게 이해를 못했는데 혹시 이해하신 분 있으면 일단 기에 대해서 이제 질문을 하신 것 같은데 단전의 기. 근데 제가 이해한 부분은 일단 기는 좋은 기도 있고 에너지라고 하는 게 나쁜 것도 있다. 이렇게 얘기를 하셨고, 그리고 예, 자세한 거는 좀 잘 기억을 못했어요. 혹시 뭐 류 박사님이나 통역사님 혹시 들은 내용 중에서 보탤 거 있으신가요?
You forget.
예, sorry.
Okay, never mind. I was explaining about the qi, the energy. What is energy? It's just a feeling. And there are good feelings and bad feelings. So you balance your body, and then there's good feeling arises. Then you can absorb yourself into the feeling and forget the form of the body, forget the shape of the body. Then that is the state of energy, state of qi. And this is actually the jhana level.
그래서 이제 기라는 게 사실상 어떤 에너지인데 에너지는 형상이 없고 이제 몸에 흐르는 건데 이게 몸을 잊어버리고 넘어서고 기의 상태로만 가는 것이 사실상 그 선정과 비슷하다고 할 수 있습니다.
Personally, I understand energy or qi is equivalent to the word vedana, the feeling.
그래서 개인적으로 저는 이제 기라는 에너지는 이제 베다나 이 느낌이라는 것과 같다고 생각하고 있습니다.
So don't think there's something mysterious or something special. It just means the feelings. There are the feelings of the body, feelings of the mind, right? So there are two levels, two kinds of energy, with the bodily energy and the emotional or the mental feeling, mental energy.
그래서 그 느낌은 이제 몸의 느낌과 마음의 느낌이 있고 몸의 에너지와 마음의 에너지가 있습니다.
Okay, next one, Christine.
Thank you, Ajahn. Kind of following from David's question. So when I follow Ajahn's guided meditation, and when everything is calm enough, the awareness first stays at the heart, and everything feels very pleasant. And then usually towards the end, you would guide us down towards what I understand now is the Dantian. Do we then stay at the Dantian or come back to the heart or up and down or because usually by the time it's Dantian, meditation is over. But I was wondering if I do myself for longer,
Yeah, there are next step and next steps. When we stay at the Dantian, we are aiming to pacify the body, pacify the bodily energy. When the body energy becomes more relaxed and peaceful, then even the breathing can stop. Then the mind will enter into the equanimity. When it is completely dwell in the equanimity, it is naturally back to the heart chakra area. It's just kind of approximate location. Don't look for it, but it happens naturally. So stay in the equanimity. Then this is the true peacefulness. And then the next step is to let go even the feeling of equanimity. We don't need any object. We don't need any feeling. So the mind itself exists. So this is the next step is to enter into the Citta-nupassana, the mindfulness on the mind. So using the mind as the object of the mind. So this is the third stage in the Anapanasati Sutta. And then after that is another step is to Dhammanupassana, to contemplate the Dhamma, to see all the phenomena of this body and mind. And either they are peaceful or not peaceful, they are impermanent. So use the impermanent as the object to develop the dispassion to this body and mind. So this is the last step. Okay. So actually, my teaching is following or according to the Anapanasati Sutta.
So maybe Ajahn one day can guide us until Chittanupassana.
Yes, I did. You can try to find it if you can from the past recordings.
Okay.
Translation, can you?
그래서 이제 여자분이 이제 마지막에 단전에 에너지를 두고 끝나는데 명상이 그리고 그러면은 제가 단전에 그 상태에서 더 오래 했을 때 어떻게 되느냐 라고 하셨을 때 아잔유가 이제 명상이 잘 되면 이제 어떤 평등심의 단계에 들어가고 그 다음에는 마음에 대한 마음으로부터 마음을 알아차리는 단계에 들어가서 그 다음에 또 뭐지? 하여튼 what's the step after mindfulness on the mind?
The mindfulness on Dhamma.
그 이제 그 법에 대한 이제 알아차림으로 이제 넘어갑니다.
Use the anicca, impermanence, to be the object of meditation.
그래서 그 무상 아니자를 이제 명상의 대상으로 삼는 것입니다.
Okay, so no more questions. Then we can stop here.
질문이 없으면 여기서 멈출 수 있습니다.
Okay, see you next week.
다음 주에 보겠습니다.
Thank you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
맞아.
Thank you. Bye bye.
맞아.
예,
감사합니다.